Hello and welcome to this quick refresher video on special lines and their slopes. Now, most linear equations have an x and a y in them. They look like this: 2x plus 3y equals 5, or y equals 6x minus 11. These are our normal lines. They have x's, y's, and an equal sign. However, there are a couple special types of lines. Lines that might look like y equals 3 or x equals -2. Notice that these lines only have an x or only have a y in them, and therefore they are special. You're going to need to remember these special types of lines. If it's a y equals line, then it's horizontal. Now, the way I remember this is I spell horizontal wrong. I like to spell it with a Y. It's horizontal. That way, whenever you think of a y equals line, you'll think horizontal. You don't have to exactly remember it this way. This is just a shortcut way that could help you remember it in the future. If it's an x equals line, it's vertical. Or I sometimes spell vertical wrong. I spell it with an x, verticax. So I know that y equals 3 is horizontal and x equals -2 is verticax. So we can graph each of these. If I were to graph y equals 3, it would be a horizontal line. This is y equals 3. And if I needed to graph x equals -2, that would be a verticax line at -2. You should also be aware of the slope of these types of lines. Horizontal lines have slope of 0, meaning they have no rise, but lots of run. Remember, slope is rise over run. So a horizontal line has 0 rise and lots of run. I don't know. But it's still going to be 0 because 0 divided by anything is 0. Vertical lines, on the other hand, have infinite rise over run. So they end up with lots of run, or lots of rise, but no run at all. And you can't divide by a 0, so it's undefined. Horizontal lines are slope 0, and verticax lines are slope undefined. Let's have you try a couple of these problems on your own. Here's 4 problems for you to try out. Go ahead and pause the video, and when you're ready to check your answers, you can unpause and we'll go over them together. Okay, how'd you do? Let's take a look. On the first one, we need to graph y equals -3. Oh, this is a special line because it only has a y in it. And it's a y, because it's a y, it's a horizontal line. So I'm going to go to -3 and graph a horizontal line here at -3. That would be the answer. Oh, let's do number 2. We've got 2x equals 10. Now that's weird. We need to really have the x by itself. So let's go ahead and divide by 2. When you divide by 2, you get x equals 5. That's what we need to graph. And x equals 5, that's going to be, it's x equals, so that means it's a verticax line, vertical line. Okay, so here at 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, right here, we're going to graph a vertical line at 5. This next question says we need to find the slope of x equals -7. Well, when it's only an x, that means it's a vertical line, verticax. X is verticax. Vertical lines have lots of rise. If we're thinking of rise over run, they have infinite rise but no run at all. And that means the slope is undefined. And for number 4, we need to find the slope of y equals 2. Remember, when it's only a y, it's horizontal, and that means it's got slope of 0. You might also want to remember that because horizontal has 2 zeros in it, so that's 0 slope. The word vertical doesn't have 0 in it, so that could help you remember that the slope of this line is 0. Thanks for watching this video.